Hey Emma.
Hi Jeremy.
Welcome back everyone to another edition of Emma Does Sport.
Emma Does Sports.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
And this is a special edition because we're doing
Winter Olympics.
At the moment of filming, it is the Winter Olympics Milan and Cortina 2026. And Emma has been watching a lot of Olympic sports and noticed that some of the Italian commentary, when they have to say the English word, may not quite get the pronunciation exactly right.
We've taken the list of sports. Some of them are pronounced okay. Most of them are not. So we're going to go through them one by one.
So here's Emma's guide to how to pronounce Winter Olympic sports. First, we're going to start with the ones which are gravity assisted, where you go down a run. Here's the first one for you. Yeah? How do you say this word?
Bobsleigh.
Bobsleigh. Yes. Sleigh?
Sleigh.
Is that familiar?
Sleigh.
Dashing through the snow on a one-horse open sleigh. Yes, Santa, if you can hear us, still waiting for your call and a present. So here's the next one, still gravity assisted. You know this one as a zlittino, but here's the word.
Luge.
Luge. Luge. I like that word. I don't know where it comes
from.
Is
it luge or luge? It's either luge.
We're giving them a guide to pronunciation. If we don't know ourselves,
I don't know.
Everybody's lost.
For me, I've just realised that Jeremy pronounces it different to me. I say luge.
I think it needs, because it's such a lovely word to say, I think it's definitely a long zzz.
But he's southern. What does he know about pronunciation, you know?
Luge. I like it. How do you say it?
Luge.
Like huge, okay? And the third gravity-assisted sport, the craziest of the lot, is the same word in Italian and English, and it's this one.
Skeleton.
Skeleton. This is a message in so many of our pronunciation videos. The letter O is capricciosa. It could be A, it could be O, it could be O, and very often it's just because here we put the emphasis on skeleton. Skeleton. Scary stuff. Skeleton.
Head first.
Yeah. Okay, Emma, now we're going to move on to the crowd favourite. In every Olympics, there's always one sport that everyone ends up watching, even if they're not following the Olympics. And, of course, in the Winter Olympics, it is...
curling.
What's that?
Curling.
Again, one more time.
Curling.
The U-R is...
curling.
Curling. Yeah, so when you talk to your friends, talk about the curling. I think it's a fantastic sport.
Oh, it's so watchable.
Slow, delicate, yeah.
Brushing.
Lots of brushing. Intricate, weird rules. Every good sport needs weird rules.
I agree.
Yeah. Okay, Emma. Now we're going to get onto the classic winter sports.
Okay.
Yeah? First, here's the category.
Skating. Ice skating.
Skating, ice skating, skating.
Skating.
Okay, that's easy. Okay.
There's two different types, I would say. We have speed skating, where they go around the track really fast. The short track speed skating.
Oh, short track speed skating.
Short track speed skating.
And speed skating.
And the other one, which is very watchable, figure skating. Figure skating.
Can you see that first word again?
Figure.
Figure.
Figure skating.
No laughing.
No laughing.
Figure skating. Figure skating. Which includes, of course, all of the disciplines, ice dance, the female singles, the male singles, the
horses,
pairs,
dressage.
Different Olympics. No horses. Horses on ice, I would pay to see.
I won horses on ice.
Yeah. Okay, now we get into the big category, right? Before we go into all of the detail, the first word, which covers all of these, needs some authentic pronunciation.
I think it does.
This one.
Skiing. Ski.
The sport is skiing. People go skiing.
I went skiing.
If you go up into the mountains,
I skied.
You're going skiing. Yeah. So the first category, which includes all of the fun ones, is
alpine skiing.
That first word is probably a bit difficult.
Alpine.
Alpine
skiing.
Alpine skiing. Okay, which of course includes the men's
downhill.
on the women's downhill.
Downhill.
Good.
Yeah.
Downhill.
Downhill.
Yeah. Maybe there's some other categories in there. There's the big slalom.
Giant slalom.
Giant slalom.
There's a giant slalom.
Giant.
No.
Super G is Super G.
Super G. I'm going to interrupt you there for a minute. Super. No. Super.
The next sport involves skiing and weaponry, and that is
biathlon. Oh, I do like a bit of skiing and shooting.
Yeah. It makes me think of James Bond. I always think of James Bond when I watch it. Yeah, because there's an old James Bond film where there's a biathlon happening and Bond gets involved. I think it's a Roger Moore one.
Oh, I know my Roger Moore one.
Yeah. I can hear the music now. Ba-da, ba-da, ba-da-da. Anyway, biathlon. Any more with skiing?
Cross country.
I think it's descriptive. You go across country, don't you?
Nordic skiing is okay. We can say Nordic skiing. Nordic ski is fine.
Oh, but there's the Nordic combined.
Oh no, what's that?
I have no idea. But if any Norwegians are watching, let us know.
What is Nordic?
Because you probably win all the medals. There's also
ski mountaineering.
Which is what?
You do a lot of like vertical meters on foot, and then you ski down off piste normally. Like
so
a type of trekking with
climbing
skis.
and then skiing.
You have a special skins on your skis which permit you to walk uphill and you don't slide back, and then you ski down on fresh snow.
I would love to watch that.
Yeah, and most of my friends do this sport.
Say that word again, ski.
Ski mountaineering.
And there's one with all of the acrobatics.
Ooh, freestyle skiing. Oh.
Yeah.
You can also do freestyle snowboard.
No, but in Italian, freestyle skiing is called ski acrobatics. Yeah, they just made it acrobatic skiing instead of freestyle. Oh, of course, there's one ski, which is Eddie the Eagle Edwards' idolo, which is ski.
Ski jump! Ski jumping.
Ski
jumping.
Hey, Eddie. So we'll move away from skiing, and now we'll do skiing for kids. Sorry. Skiing for the less coordinated.
Skiing for people that don't care about their knees.
Skiing for people who like to travel sideways. Skiing for crabs.
Skiing for crabs.
Which is
snowboard.
I'm confused, Emma.
I am also very angry about a minor inconsistency with the Olympic sport.
The last one was, tell me if I'm wrong, ski jumping. And we say, I'm going ski jumping. I'm going skiing.
Yeah.
So logically, I would be going
snowboarding.
And the name of the sport is
snowboarding.
But in the Olympics, it's
snowboard. Yeah, we're not happy about this.
I'm looking at you, Olympic Committee.
We're looking at you.
I know you're watching this video. English is already riddled with exceptions. Why?
One or the other.
Make the event a different name from the activity. The other one isn't called cycle. Yeah? Cycling. It's not called run, it's called running. Snowboarding. Skiing. It's right there in the... Anyway. Snowboard.
Have you finished your rant, Jeremy?
Well, snowboard also
he hasn't.
Snowboard also has a list of subcategories. Do you know any of them?
I guess there's the one where they go, don't tell me is it like called a tube or something like that?
No, different kind of tube.
It's like called like
you need them in plumbing.
It's a type of tube. I know this.
It's not a complete one. It's
half pipe. It's a half pipe. It sounds like a type of pasta.
It should be pasta. Slope style.
What's slope style?
I don't know. But
I like it.
Slope style. Here's a word.
Slope style.
Slope style.
What
and
is
of course,
that?
Snowboard cross, which is snowboarding when you're annoyed.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. So is it like rallycross where they're like half on asphalt and half on mud?
Oh, that's what it is.
That makes sense.
I've actually got categories here. Skiing is skiing, snowboard is snowboarding, and this one is just under the category organised violence and body armour. And you know it. It is...
Ice hockey.
Ice hockey.
Hockey.
Ice hockey.
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 Let's have that again. Hockey. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. That was Emma Does Sports. Enjoy the Olympics, everyone.
Enjoy the Olympics. Happy Olympics.
That was awesome.
That was good. That was
I
good.
really enjoyed that. I think we covered everything. I thought, what else? There was probably something that we didn't include. Yeah. If we didn't include something, then write a comment.
Yeah.
Leave us a message. If you'd like us to pronounce other sports, of course, leave us a message, and the next edition of Emma Sports will include your requests.
It will.
Thank you very much.
Can request any sport.
Good.